In a world overflowing with information, notifications, and constant demands on our attention, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and adrift. We often find ourselves searching for direction, feeling lost in the noise and uncertainty of modern life. We chase productivity, compare ourselves endlessly online, and wonder what truly matters at the end of the day. But these questions about happiness, meaning, and peace are as old as humanity itself. Every generation has wrestled with them, seeking answers that stand the test of time. Philosophy, often misunderstood as abstract or irrelevant, is actually a practical guide for living well. It's a toolkit for navigating life's biggest challenges. The great thinkers of the past were not just theorists. They were doctors for the soul, offering remedies for our deepest anxieties and practical advice for everyday living. The struggles we face, status, uncertainty, meaning, are timeless. No matter how much the world changes, these core questions remain. Ancient Greeks worried about reputation, Roman Stoics sought resilience in the face of adversity, and Eastern philosophers pondered fulfillment, balance, and the art of living in harmony with the world. Their wisdom isn't outdated. It's a wellspring of insight for today's challenges, offering clarity when life feels complicated. This essay invites you to explore that wisdom, not as distant artifacts, but as living tools for modern life, ready to be rediscovered and applied. We'll journey through the minds of history's greatest thinkers, uncovering the lessons they left behind. We'll unpack their most powerful quotes and see how their timeless advice can help us face our daily challenges with courage and perspective. The goal is simple: to discover how ancient ideas can help us navigate life with more grace, wisdom, and peace, even in a fast-paced world. Let's treat philosophy not as a relic, but as a living resource, something we can turn to for guidance, comfort, and inspiration. These ideas are here to help us live and live well. They offer us a way to connect with ourselves and with others on a deeper level. The questions haven't changed. The answers are waiting, ready to be explored and made our own. Join us as we rediscover the practical power of ancient wisdom. The journey begins now, and its lessons are more relevant than ever. Socrates famously declared, "The unexamined life is not worth living." These words have echoed through centuries, challenging each generation to look inward and reflect on the true purpose of their existence. He challenged us to question our beliefs, values, and ambitions instead of drifting through life on autopilot. Socrates believed that real wisdom begins with honest self-inquiry, and that we grow only when we dare to ask ourselves difficult questions. We often chase money, status, or approval without asking if these pursuits truly fulfill us. It's easy to get swept up in society's definition of success, losing sight of what genuinely matters to us as individuals. Examining our lives means facing uncomfortable truths, like realizing a prestigious job or a perfect online image may not bring real happiness. Sometimes what we thought would satisfy us leaves us feeling empty or disconnected. It's about listening to the quiet voice inside that asks, "Is this really me?" That voice, though often drowned out by noise and expectations, is the key to understanding our authentic selves. The examined life is one where we make conscious choices, not just follow scripts written by others. It's about breaking free from the roles we've been assigned and daring to write our own story. It's the first step toward authenticity and meaning. When we reflect, we plant the seeds for a more intentional and fulfilling life. Like turning on a light in a dark room, self-examination lets us see clearly and choose our own path. It illuminates possibilities we might never have noticed before. Socrates' wisdom is a call to pause, reflect, and define success on our own terms. It's an invitation to slow down and consider what truly brings us joy and meaning. Only then can we craft a life that is truly our own, a life shaped by our values, passions, and dreams. The unexamined life is easy, but the examined life is worth living. It's a journey that requires courage, but leads to genuine fulfillment. What questions are you willing to ask yourself? The answers you find could change everything. Epictetus, once a slave who became a great Stoic philosopher, taught that we are disturbed not by things, but by the views we take of them. His words remind us that our experience of life is shaped not by what happens, but by how we interpret those events. Our suffering often comes not from events themselves, but from our interpretation of them. The stories we tell ourselves about what happens can either magnify our pain or help us find meaning and growth. A critical comment at work can be seen as failure or as a chance to grow. The event is the same, but our judgment shapes our feelings. The same situation can inspire hope or despair, depending on the lens we choose. This principle applies everywhere: a breakup, a traffic jam, a setback. Life is full of challenges, both big and small, but our response is what truly defines our experience. We can't control what happens, but we can control our response. In every moment, we have the power to pause, reflect, and choose how we react. Epictetus isn't telling us to ignore pain, but to recognize our power to choose our perspective. Acknowledging our emotions is important, but we don't have to be ruled by them. By questioning our initial judgments, we reclaim our inner peace. We can rewrite the narrative in our minds and find strength in acceptance. True freedom lies in how we interpret life's challenges. When we shift our perspective, we unlock the ability to grow beyond our circumstances. When we shift our mindset, we transform suffering into resilience. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity to build inner strength and wisdom. The world may be turbulent, but our response is ours to shape. We can be the calm in the storm, steady and unshaken. This is the heart of Stoic wisdom. Control what you can, your judgments, your thoughts, your reactions. Practice this, and you'll find calm even in chaos. With time, you'll notice your peace growing even when life is unpredictable. The story you tell yourself matters more than the event itself. You are the author of your own experience. What story will you choose? Every day you have the chance to decide how you see the world and your place in it. Your peace begins with your perspective. Choose wisely, and you'll discover a freedom that no event can take away. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Virtue isn't a one-time achievement, it's built through daily actions. Just as a musician improves by practicing every day, we shape our character through small, consistent choices. Courage, patience, and kindness are habits, not gifts. Every small act, listening, helping, holding back criticism, threads together to form who we become. Our habits, good or bad, define us over time. Want to change who you are? Change what you do day by day. Excellence is not a distant goal. It's a path walked in small steps. Be mindful of your routines. They're shaping your future self. The question is simple. Are your daily actions building the character you want? Character is a verb. Practice it. Start today, one habit at a time. Simone de Beauvoir wrote, "The body is not a thing, it is a situation." Our bodies aren't objects to perfect. They're the lens through which we experience life. Instead of judging our bodies by appearance, we can appreciate what they allow us to do, feel, move, connect, and live. This shift from external judgment to internal appreciation frees us from anxiety and lets us inhabit our bodies with gratitude. Your body is not a project, it's the foundation of your existence. Celebrate it. Seneca observed, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. We often complain about not having enough time, but the real issue is how we use it. Hours slip away to distractions, procrastination, and mindless scrolling." Seneca urges us to protect our time from thieves, both external demands and our own habits. Audit your days. Are you spending time on what truly matters? Rest and leisure are vital, but intentionality is key. Choose your activities as deliberately as you choose your work. Life is the sum of your hours. Spend them with purpose. Even a finite life can feel full if lived intentionally. Don't just count your days, make your days count. Confucius said, "The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones." Great achievements are built from countless small, consistent actions. We see the mountain, but progress is made one stone at a time. Don't be discouraged by the size of your goal. Focus on the next small step. Whether it's fitness, relationships, or learning, every small effort matters. Patience and persistence turn small stones into mountains moved. The journey is made of humble, daily victories. Start with one stone, then another. We've explored the timeless wisdom of Socrates, Epictetus, Aristotle, de Beauvoir, Seneca, and Confucius. Their insights aren't relics, they're practical tools for living better today. Socrates calls us to self-examination, Epictetus to master our judgments, Aristotle to build habits, de Beauvoir to embrace our bodies, Seneca to value our time, Confucius to take small steps. Each lesson is a thread. Together, they weave a resilient fabric for a well-lived life. Philosophies' promise is that we can grow wiser, braver, and more at peace. We're not at the mercy of chaos or old habits. We can choose who we become. By living these ideas, we craft our own character and find fulfillment within. The wisdom is here. The choice is yours. Will you live it?